Hello everyone, it is Shay in Silver Lake, Oregon. It is February 10th, 2026. It's 4 p.m. It is 45 degrees. There's an 8-mile-an-hour wind. Tried to have my mic, but unfortunately, it's dead again. So apparently I need to charge it more often than I anticipated. See how the dark line of the burning, I got my neighbor to come over, and he burned the fence line, my fence line, the extra grass, and now it's easy for me to go along and just clip the taller pieces. Makes it a lot easier for me to clean that up. And then my other wonderful neighbor that comes from Roseburg, he'll come along and he does all this. But with the riding lawnmower, I should be able to do this by myself, and I can go along and pick up garbage. Should be able to, if I can. I don't know about this edge though. Like, that might be kind of scary. I don't know. I have not done my riding lawnmower by myself. So I'm going to be practicing on it, but my next job is to get somebody, I'm going to hire somebody to come through and clip off all these sucklings and get those out of the way. But and then we burned a pile of stuff that I had left out here. Oh, I'll give you guys an update on the bank thing, or the ATM. So when I went and withdrew $100 off the ATM, it said that it was dispensing, but nothing was coming out. And then when it kicked out, then it said error 33, and it kicked out my receipt, which said that it took $100 from my account. I couldn't call my bank because I was doing the vlog, and I had the phone on pause. I have to stop the vlog in order to use the phone. So I was like, okay, forget it. I'll go finish the vlog, go home, get off the vlog, call the bank. Well, when I did that, it said that my $100 was back on my bank card. So I was like, okay. So then, because there's only one ATM in town, and it's at the gas station, which didn't work because I broke the machine somehow. So I was like, okay. So I drove over to Christmas Valley, which is 32 miles away, used the ATM over there, and it was all correct. Everything came out correct. And then I had to pay a couple bills and do a couple errands. And so then the manager from the store called me from Silver Lake to tell me that the machine, that she was able to fix it and she was able to figure out what was wrong. One of the bills just would not go through. Like, it wasn't jammed, but it wouldn't go through, which prevented any other bills from going through. So in a sense, it was jammed, but not jammed. It just, that one bill was like stuck. So she had to shuffle the bills and then kick it back on, type of thing. So that's what happened, and it all worked itself out. I just had to patiently wait. And so that's what that was. That's why my thing was rushed. My vlog was rushed yesterday. And then, there was a question. That was not the car. The story about my purple car was not my first car. My first car was a 1970s Chevy Monza. And, man, I loved that car. It was white with burgundy interior. I loved that car. I want to say it was a 79 or a 78. But I bought it for $800. That was my first car. And then I had it for like a year. It broke down, and I can't remember why we couldn't fix it. So he's my ex-husband now, the father of my 2 adult children. But anyway, back then, we've known each other since first grade. We've been best friends since first grade. We started dating when we were 15. We got divorced when we got married when we were 20, 19 or 20. And then we got divorced in 2007. So we were married for like 15 years. Anyway, so I just remember we couldn't fix it. So not his adopted dad, but his biological father, his brother, showed up in Bandon. And I don't remember how he found out that I was looking for a car, but he actually had this little Champ that was like parked at one of his relatives' house that was like stuffed in between 2 trees, so both the doors were dented. And so he gave that one to me for free. So my first car was the Monza. Actually, no. My first car was a 1972 pink Gremlin, but I refused to drive it. So it sat in our driveway for a year until my mom finally got rid of it. Because that was the car she bought me. And I was like, I'm not buying that. I'm not driving that. I'm not driving it. And the reason why is because it didn't go over 45. And I told my mom, like, that makes no sense. I can't drive it because the speed limit's 55 to town, which basically means I could drive it around the trailer park that we lived in. That would be all that. I couldn't take it out of there because to leave, you have to get on the Highway 101, which is 55 miles an hour. The car could not go 55. So it was pointless. I was like, I don't need it. I'm in high school. I had too many bazillion friends that would swing by and pick me up in the morning. I'm good. So I just got rides. And then finally I bought my own, and it was the Monza, and I loved that car so much. It was white. Oh, I loved that car. But I want something like this. That's what I'm looking for. Something like that, where it has 4 doors, but I still kind of have the bed of a truck. That would be cool. Super duper cool. Oh, and guess what today is? Today is the 30th day of my 20-minute 30-day walk challenge. Woohoo! We finished the walk challenge. Man, look at that sky. Tonight, the sun should be going down like here it's only 4 o'clock. So like in an hour. And if the clouds are like this, the sunrise this morning was pretty. It wasn't spectacular, but it was really pretty. Look at the snow up on the mountain up there. It wasn't like I thought about it, but my dog kept me up all night long because of the freaking coyotes. So Bruce, every hour, wanted to go out in the garden. And at first I couldn't figure out why. I thought he had I thought maybe his dog food wasn't sitting right with him. and he like might have had the poo-poo-cachoo's. So I kept taking him out because he acted like, oh, he could barely hold it in. I was like, oh my goodness. So I kept taking him out and leaving him in the yard. I mean, I take him out and I put him in the side fence line. And then I couldn't get him to come back in. Like, I'd leave him there for it was cold last night. Super cold. Everything was icy. The sidewalk was icy. Everything was icy. I couldn't hardly get him to come back in. I was like, no, come back in. But then one of my neighbors told me this morning that her dogs, which I do videos of all the time, Miss Stella, took off, and she was up at 4 o'clock in the morning searching the whole town for her dog, and finally found her clear down on 10th Street, curled up in the bushes because it was so cold and there was nothing. It was like a layer of ice on all of these streets. It was horrible. And she thinks it was because of those coyotes calling the dogs. So tonight, and I did hear them, but I always hear them. So I didn't really pay attention to them. And when you hear them for so many years, you just kind of not hear them. You know, like I paid a little bit attention because I couldn't figure out why Bruce wanted to be outside so much. You know, like why was it's cold? Normally he's not like that. But tonight I have a plan. I'm going to feed him like at 5. Let him continuously go out, but not after. I usually get in bed about 9:30. So I figure the latest that I'll let him wake me up is 10:30. Let him out one last time if he wakes me up at 10:30. If we start to do this round thing again, where he's like wanting to keep going out, then I will just go and put him in my apartment and leave him in the apartment for the night. I'll have to turn a light on. But I'll just leave him in the apartment for the rest of the evening instead of going back and forth. Because if I don't let him out when he wants to go out, he will sit at the foot of the bed and bark. Oh! Duh! That scared me. What are those? Those are like those little quail. Yeah. That I've been noticing the quail for the last week. I wondered where they've been because when it snows, they're everywhere. There's a little feet prints that I videotape in the snow. It's the quail. They like to hide in these little bushes. All right. Peace, love, and happiness. May peace be with you always. Have a wonderful day, week, minute, month, year. You know the schmeal. Don't forget to rewind and be kind, even to yourself. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and share. Thank you for watching. My aunt and I are not yesterday, because she didn't go yesterday, but the day before we did the speed walking thing. So we want to spend our last 10 minutes doing the speed walk thing. All right, so I will